All living things start their journey weak. They must hide, grow, and survive. However, not all species are born equal. In the survival game The Isle, the feared Tyrannosaurus Rex, though appearing invincible on the outside, has a more brutal youth than any other. While most species may spend 5, 10, 20 minutes in this stage, the strongest of them, such as Triceratops or Stegosaurus, spending up to half an hour. The Tyrannosaurus is unable to face or flee any predator for 3 hours. Being spotted once during this time by any predator, any aggressive herbivore, means certain death. Therefore, the Rexes that make it out are incredibly few and far between. And today, we shall become one of them. Before we begin, this video will be split into 2 parts. I had 2 attempts at growing Rex. If you're only interested in the albino part of the video, then you can skip to this timestamp. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain when we get there. For now, sit back and enjoy the show. This is my story. I understood the mission. Everything is death right now. So as soon as I spawned, first thing I did is sit in a bush, let my hunger drain, and grow. The plan was to get some food and repeat this 3 or 4 times until I was fast enough to escape most things. I'm not taking any chances here. First though, we had to get something out of the way. I needed to get into Sanctuary. Throughout my life I must do certain things, so I become a prime elder, a stronger version of myself in adulthood. And this is one of the conditions. There also might be food that I can snag, but it's a very populated area. I saw 2 pieces of food in front of me, but one of them was moving. That means it's in a player's mouth and they're walking around with it. In other words, it's off limits. I could hear lots of babies around, but at this size, I really am the weakest of them all. There's nothing I can do. I must simply try and scavenge for now. Here we are, West Rail access, and as populated as it is, I have little option. I'd have to head out into the open, eat, and run. There were a lot of dinos nearby, all of them bigger and faster than me. But luckily, it seems like I didn't catch anybody's eye. Having gotten my fill, I headed to the most secluded pond I could think of. Thankfully, there was no croc this time. Now, with my hunger and water full, I could repeat the process. After about another hour and a half, it was time to go again. My food had gotten really low this time. I needed a meal fast. I ran to the first thing I could smell, but I'm lucky to have approached carefully. If they had heard me or seen me, I was dead for sure. They had finished the food that was on my diet, so I decided to search further. But worst case scenario, I could come back to this to avoid starvation. Great, somebody's already grabbed that Y diet too. I saw this other Y diet, but it was too far in the open plains, so I just gave up and decided to eat the regular meat. This really sucks, especially for me, because I hate having bad diet, but I will go to any lengths to make sure this Rex doesn't die. Slowly getting bigger and faster, I felt safer by the minute, but it wasn't enough. I needed food again. A baby Dibble had killed himself. I wanted to get all his organs, but his body suddenly turned into a floating pile of bones and organs. So that's sad, but it's alright. One full diet is better than nothing. That was horrifying. Now with our size and speed, we can try and hunt for some babies in Sanctuary. That's a little too big for me. Sadly, nothing my size came around, but by smelling I could see plenty of food options. I really wanted to hunt something on my own though, but really there was nothing coming around, so I gave up eventually. I spotted a large dibble pack, and obviously there's nothing I can do about that. Luckily, I was fast enough to run away by this point. I have now reached what is known as Rex's speed phase. At my peak, I would be 57 kilometers per hour. I was faster than almost anything in the game. I could now safely do one of the other requirements to get Prime, which is traverse the map. I decided to camp here for a while as it's right next to a sanctuary and it's normal for babies to come out and come directly to this pond. Sadly, nothing came by. Raptors. Is this a good idea? No. Am I gonna do it? Yes. Unsurprisingly, Crush just wasn't working, because we love the IO and we love the devs. Some tasty organs to improve my growth rate. I was eating insanely good. In my speed phase with this good diet, this is about as good as you can get on Rex. I saw a message in chat and I shit myself. I was on top of the world. I was confident. I felt safe. I also ran into another Rex. Now, all I had to do was, just like any other time, go, sit in a bush, grow. But I made a terrible mistake. For a moment, just for a moment, I forgot that my actions have consequences. That the world is dangerous. That little voice in my head. It'll be fine. It's been fine so far. Why would it change? To me, they didn't look that big, but from a distance, even the smallest mistake can cost you your life, hours of work. Gone in an instant. I couldn't let it end at that. I refused. I decided to grow again. I had to wait 8 hours and 20 minutes until Rex got unlocked again. I sat at my computer, staring at the channel. That's when it happened. I suddenly became entirely white. I had no idea what was going on. After asking in the Discord, I found out. This is the albino skin. It's a skin you can get randomly on spawn. It has a very low chance to get, and you can't get rid of it. And to get this Rex spawn, I had to wait 8 hours and 20 minutes at my computer on my day off work. I had no idea when the next Rex spawn would be. I was not respawning. I would have to stick it out and hope I could make it through. And considering how populated this island is, my chances were slim. Every encounter was terrifying. On top of that, the people that play on this server consider this skin a trophy. They specifically hunt down people they see with a fully white or fully black or another very exclusive skin. This would not be easy. Every time a player doesn't see me is a blessing, and another shot at life. I scoped out some food in the open plains of Westrel and headed to it. Since the population was low, it would be much safer for me to grow at this time. Same as last time, we follow the same rules. We eat, we drink, we hide, we run. That's all. I found some very solid diet to improve my growth rate, but nearby, I would notice a Paki had locked eyes on me. I was still slower than him, but I hoped with the initial distance I had and the forest nearby, I could lose line of sight. I took a seat, hoping he didn't bother to come this far. Nice view, and I was feeling mischievous. Little did I know there was 2 Seratos right under me when I did that. Okay, they're overpacking 1. And 2. It seems like they're hyper aggressive. This guy, this 110 would chase me all the way to swamp. Don't look at me here. I thought it was a Rex. I almost immediately notice it's an Allo. And then I go for the food, and the Tenno catches up. Remember what I told you about albino skins being trophies? Yeah. This is pissing me off. I'm just gonna empty my stamina. I was near the peak of my speed phase, so I knew I would be fine. Nothing to worry about. We're back where I died. Once again, I felt like I was on top of the world. Wait. What if I muddy up? I'll have better cover. People won't see that I have an albino skin. This is great. A stego corpse? I got some really great diet out of that. Until some Rexes showed up. I wasn't taking any chances. They didn't seem friendly. You think I made the right choice? I lost the mud because of swimming, and I'll get it back and lose it again multiple times throughout this video. For now though, I just need to move around the map and fulfill prime requirements. Unlucky you only nicked my tail. I can run away just fine. And that's why you look at your diet. In the few seconds that it took me to walk up to it from the point that I smelt it, it turned rotten. I could have vomited. I could have lost a lot of diet. It's dangerous. This would end up being the same group of tennos and dibbles that I found in the pond earlier. I like this game. It's nice to explore, the ambient is nice, the nature's nice. I like it. That's what we hope to fight when we get older. Wait, that's a tenno. Are my diets ridiculously good? Yes. Do I want to hunt something? Yes. Though it may not look like it, he could be up to twice my size. I can't mess with it. Anyway, growth is quick here. You gain something like 2 tons in 2% of your growth. With this newfound size comes advantages and disadvantages. I was now much stronger, but slower again. Anything bigger than me and faster than me could kill me easily, and I'm too big to hide. However, this size does give me an obvious advantage against smaller species. Though I didn't feel safe in these bushes. I wanted to hide, but between the size and the bright colored skin, I didn't feel safe at all. And with that, I hit subadult. I stayed in the area, scavenged, decided to take advantage as much as I could while population was low to grow. What's that in the bush? A dibble. That'll be a good meal. And that's enough. I think I'll log out for today and get on at max pop tomorrow. I feel more confident now. And oh boy was it busy when I got on. I finished the raptor organs and got the hell out of there. And good thing I did, because Dibbles showed up right as I left. That would have been the death of me. Yeah, should probably keep my distance for now, right? I decided to migrate as there was nothing I could do in Westray. I passed by the pond on my way to South Plains, hoping I could find better food options there. I was starting to gain some proper size now, and even though the camping tactic didn't work out yet, I had high hopes this time. There's food all around, but it's just babies and organs. I kid you not, 15 seconds after standing in this bush, this happens. Yeah, we're all wondering, how did that crush not register? This is just what it is, playing with high ping. It's a real pain sometimes, when things just make absolutely no sense. But it's just what you gotta deal with. AU servers are terrible. I don't want to ever go back. I thought I'd screwed up the hunt until he just got hit by a stroke of genius and thought he could fight me. At least one lands. Don't ask how, but it landed. I'll only be taking the organs. Hopefully I can get a more proper meal. Now let's go heal off this damage and bleed. The island is mine to conquer. I stopped to camp the pond, but I quickly realized I didn't have the food to be patient here. Then I heard two dibbles chatting. Best case scenario, I'm already 6 tons. They're a free meal. Okay, they're sitting on that rock. I'll crouch up as far as I can before they see me, and then charge at them. He's oblivious. He doesn't even hear me. This'll be easy. I was in disbelief. My hunger had blinded me. It is so sad that I went out this way. I really wanted to make a Prime Rex video with an albino skin on a 400 player server. This won't be the end. I'll make a Prime Rex video eventually. I've already grown Prime Rex a couple times. But I really wanted this one, the albino Rex. I wanted it to go well, and I failed. Expect more from me soon.